Hey everybody, just wanted to give you some information on what's been happening around the real estate industry and if you've received a letter from the Department of Justice, DOJ, regarding a lawsuit on compensation for real estate agents. So since 1913, what was the precursor to the National Association of Realtors implemented what is called cooperative compensation. Prior to 1913, real estate agents were only listing agents, and there were first-time home buyers and home buyers out there that felt that they were not being represented 100% because they were always working through the listing agent. The listing agent has the fiduciary to the seller. So they're negotiating on behalf of the seller. So they're looking to get the seller the most for their home. So in 1913, there was a lawsuit that happened, and it was passed to where there's cooperative compensation, where out of the sale of the house, the commissions would be split between the listing agent and the agent representing the buyers. Buyers were really enthusiastic about this happening because they felt that they had an advocate for them. So they were negotiating on behalf of the buyer. So the cooperative compensation is you list a house, and based on your broker's commission terms, you're either doing a 50-50 split between the listing agent and the buyer's agent, or it could be, 60-40 or whatever it is. But on the multiple listing service, specifically here in Michigan, we usually do 3% to the listing, 3% to the buyer's agent. Well, now people are saying that there's price fixing happening, and now we're in a lawsuit to remove cooperative compensation from the real estate industry. And this truly will have a detriment to first-time home buyers, to buyers in general, particularly in the pre-approval process with lenders. So if cooperative compensation gets removed, one, I think it's going to hurt sellers, and two, it's definitely going to hurt buyers out there in the market, because now the buyers are going to be responsible for the commission prior to the close. So for instance, now if a buyer is pre-approved, they're coming with either 3% or 3.5% up to 20 or 30% down for their mortgage down payment and their closing costs, etc., etc. Well, now you're going to tack on an additional 3% or so in commissions. That might price the buyer out of being able to buy their home. This is really going to impact more so the buyers instead of the real estate agents, because it's going to eliminate some of the funding that they have available to them at the closing table. Now, on the seller side, if I am an agent representing the listing, I definitely want to, market your house to the best of my ability. So when I offer cooperative compensation, I want the buyer's agent to get the 3% because they put in the work, the effort to bring the buyer and present that home and show the home in all of its amazing condition. And currently, a lot of agents are looking for that cooperative compensation. They also are looking for, non-reduced compensation. So there's agents out there that are, paying out 1%, 2.5% to the buyer's agent. I want to present your home as a listing to the most buyers out there. So there are going to be agents who are going to be looking at the commission rate and would rather show a 3% commission to the buyers over a 2.5 or a 2 or even a 1% commission rate, which is what I've seen. Thankfully, at Keller Williams, particularly Keller Williams Domain, we are not a discount broker. If there's going to be any reduction in compensation, it's going to come from me as the listing agent. I will take the hit before I have the buyer's agent take the hit. So we can always renegotiate, compensation and commissions, But I'm going to tell you, I think if you want to have your best foot forward, you're going to want to work with a real estate agent who's professional, works with an ethical mindset, has morals and values to market your home to all of its possibility and to have cooperative compensation. So, to my previous sellers, you probably have received a letter from the DOJ stating that you may be eligible to have reimbursement based on this lawsuit that's happening. I will say let's reconsider that before you try to go back and fight for that, because one, your house probably sold for top dollar during that specific market. And I know for a fact that we've received multiple offers on all of my listings, and we marketed that home to the best of our ability, and you were highly satisfied with paying the 6% commission split between the buyer's agent and myself. Now, based on commissions, I don't keep the full 3%. There's office dues, there's cap shares between brokerage and real estate agent, and there's business expenses that you have to pay for as a real estate agent. You're a 1099 employee, and everything that I do to market your home, I'm paying for out of pocket prior to your house being sold. So, like any business out there, there are always business expenses to be had. Whether you're a car salesman or a home realtor salesperson, or even working at, any box store selling something, there is a lot of fees and dues and bills, and we all have to pay Uncle Sam. So, that 6% commission rate that I start out with definitely pays for itself and then some. And I appreciate working with all of the people that I have worked with on the listing side and the buy side. I want to do what's in your best interest and put your best foot forward. So that's all I got to say. I know it's a lengthy video, but I just wanted to get some proper information out there for you. Thank you. If you have anybody that is interested in buying, selling, or investing in real estate, give them my number. Ryan Thero with Thero Realty, KW Domain, 586-354-7716, and email is rthero, RTHERO, @kw.com. You have a great day. Thanks for visiting me in my home office for this special update.